Hello and welcome everybody to another Total War Arena video with Overkill Total War. And you can see from the pictures, yeah, it's Roman, yeah, it's Principes, okay. So today we'll be taking a look at the Principes unit, the Tier 5 Roman Heavy Infantry. So yeah, of course I'll be using Germanicus because Germanicus Heavy Infantry, it just makes sense. Of course, Scipio is okay for infantry, as he has these three things that make infantry very nice, but Germanicus is the dude. So this is not really important, but as you can see, these are the upgrades I have for his abilities. I don't believe I haven't even started going to tier 7 yet, but that's okay because I'm not even at tier 6 units yet with Germanicus, so it's fine. So we're going to be looking at, yes, the Principes. Now, the Principes are, as I said, the Tier 5 heavy Roman infantry. That's actually a big thing because the Romans also have a Tier 5 medium infantry. We'll get to that in a second. So if we take a look at their stats, they have 98 morale, 218 health, 136 armor, all of these being very good for what they're actually, what their job is. They have 125 visibility, which is, it's fine. They're heavy infantry, it makes sense. They have an 85 melee attack, 50 melee defense, 197 melee damage, and a missile block of 37, which is actually, these guys' stats are basically the highest of everybody at this tier. The only person having better melee defense is the Thorax Hoplites with 21 extra. But of course, now that we've looked at their stats, we're going to, well, first of all, we're going to take a look at the commander options and consumables and all that stuff, rather. So from Germanicus, they get the attacking Testudo. Now, is this useful? Definitely. I've only started using Testudo recently, but it's very good. You lose next to no one from like full volleys of missile units, and you get points for blocking stuff. So it's really good. Of course, their missile block chance goes up to like a like an 80-something from that. Actually, higher. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not good with math. Let's just leave that alone. But it's very useful. Of course, your melee defense and speed go down, so don't do this when you're near melee. But if you're being well, not chasing, because you can't chase skirmishers even when you're out of Testudo. But if you're under a lot of fire, this is very good. Heavy infantry charge. There's nothing even like negative to say about this. 95% charge bonus, or plus 95%, plus 25 speed, plus 60 acceleration. This is just crazy. You bowl over everybody with this. Defensive Testudo is not something that I've used. I honestly haven't. Although I suppose it could be useful. You won't be doing much killing, but you can definitely hold some units. I've just never had to do this because usually with the Principes, I'm doing flanking and stuff. And then Vengeance. Vengeance is so important to the Roman infantry because you just kill so much so quickly. It's crazy. It's plus 65% melee damage and attack. It's phenomenal. If you charge the rear of someone and pop Vengeance with heavy infantry charge, they're gone. There's no stopping you. This unit, I don't know. CA, please nerf. I was just joking. Please don't. I love the Principes. They're probably my favorite unit in the game right now. And then we got consumables. We have barricades, which you wield walls, which I find kind of useless. Armor Smith, plus 1 shield armor, just armor. Wooden stakes. I haven't used that before, but of course stakes are very useful. And then 2 I use are Drill Sergeant, which is more melee defense and more armor, and Weaponsmith, which is a lot more attack and a lot more damage. Both of these together make this unit an absolute tank, even though it already is a tank. And as you can see from my add-ons, plus 3 morale, plus 34 armor from the stuff I put on these guys, plus 10 melee attack, plus 13 melee defense, plus 23 weapon damage, and plus 3 missile block. So a force to be reckoned with. Now, of course, that is after they're completely upgraded, and well, yeah, that's just where you can see that. So now we're going to take a look at their the equivalent units, the ones at their tier. Starting off with one that confuses me so much as to why it's even there, the Hastati. Now, you may be wondering, why the Hastati? What's wrong with that? Well, it's just the fact that they're pretty much exactly the same unit. It's just that Hastati are medium. And I just don't understand because first of all, what everyone's going to say is, but overkill. They're medium. That means they're better at fighting in the woods and stuff. I mean, come on, they don't get so buffed. I mean, so nerfed. But honestly, when the stats are that different, it doesn't make a difference, honestly. Now, like around this tier, barbarian units would do pretty good against Principes. I've done that with my tier 4s and tier 6 barbarians. I have beaten Principes, but Hastati, have fun trying to beat Principes in a fair fight. Now, of course, just like any unit in Arena, if you get around them, you can beat them. Any unit, that's how it works. Of course, the Romans and the Greeks are hard. That's hard. You know, their morale can hold on quite well. Barbarians, of course, they'll break if you look at them usually. But like Hastati fighting Principes hardly ever comes out good. But anyway, enough ranting about that. They have the same morale, same health, a little bit less armor on the Hastati. They have the same visibility range. The Hastati have less melee attack, less melee defense, less weapon damage, and 10 less missile block chance, or missile block. I just don't know. Because the difference between medium and heavy is so little in woods that it doesn't even matter. And like it just doesn't. There's no chance at all. And in the game I'm about to show you, I'm using the woods. I went up in the woods with these guys just a show, and it's one of the best games I've ever had in Arena. Now, of course, 4,500 points giveaway. A little bit of a spoiler there. Isn't like, you know, crazy amounts, but that's good. The average I get is like 2,000 or 2,500 or something like that. 2,500? What am I saying? 2,500. There we go. Oh boy, this is gonna be a good video. Yeah. But like 4,500 in the woods. That's not even where these guys are supposed to be, because they get nerfed in the woods because of their stats and stuff. It didn't stop them. I was beating hoplites, other sword units. No big deal. These guys are beasts. But then we'll get into the second Roman unit that's at tier 5 is the Triarii. Now, they're spear infantry. So yeah, spears and swords are not the same thing. You can't really compare them. But I don't care. They're infantry. I'm going to show you them. The Triarii have less morale, less health, less armor. Actually, no, more armor. Sorry, 8 more armor. They have the same visibility range. They have less melee attack, 65 melee defense, so 15 more than the Principes. Quite a bit less weapon damage and less missile block. Now, honestly, I don't really like the Roman spear units. Compared to the Greeks, they just don't seem that good. It seems like if you're going to be Roman, you should play swords, because the swords can beat anything, basically. Of course, cavalry charging them is always going to mess them up, and that's why you'd want spears, is to fight cavalry, but I've never had a problem fighting Triarii. But going into the other units, I have had trouble fighting Greeks. So before we get to the thorax hoplites, I'll just take a look at the Hellenic pikemen. Again, they're pikemen. Their stats are completely different than swords, but they're still infantry at tier 5. I want to show them. Their morale is 90, so it's less than the Principes. They have less armor, or less health, rather. Less armor. Same visibility range. Less melee attack. Less melee defense by a little bit. A lot less weapon damage and less missile block chance. But, like I said in the other videos, pikemen's abilities give them a lot more defense and a lot more weapon damage or melee attack or something like that. So, if you get just head on, Principes will wipe the floor with pikemen. But if the pikemen can put their pikes down and all that crap, they kill everybody. Let's be honest. Pikemen kill everything in the front, so I'm just talking about the raw stats here. You can't charge these guys into the front of pikemen and expect to win. So then we get into the final tier 5 unit, is the thorax hoplites. Now, the thorax hoplites have less morale, less armor, or less health, rather. They have more armor. There we go. They have the same visibility range, less melee attack, a lot more melee defense, a little bit less weapon damage, and they have the same missile block chance. So these are kind of equals, although... Now, here's the thing. I have played thorax hoplites, and I have played Principes, obviously, and I've beaten the other with this unit, with each other's units. But it seems like whenever I'm playing as them, in a fair fight, I don't lose to the other. Anytime I've come across thorax hoplites as Principes, in a fair fight, just me versus them, I've beat them. And anytime I came up against Principes in a fair fight, I've beaten them as thorax hoplites. So they're equal, I guess. Anybody being supported, of course, any support is going to tip the balance of the battle. Whether you're fighting whether you're tier 5 fighting a tier 5 unit and you have like tier 1s come in and rear charge, it's going to break the enemy. Doesn't matter what tier they are. The shock is enough to break them. So any unit supporting you is good. In a fair fight, though, Principes are killing machines. So actually, no fight is really fair unless they're outnumbered, basically. So yeah, I just want to drive that point home that these guys are absolutely insane. If you guys have had any bad experiences with Principes, please let me know so I can actually so I know, because I haven't. I mean, everybody has bad games. I've had bad games with them where I just got swarmed. Like I went alone into a town or alone in the woods and I just got swarmed because no one went with me. I mean, that's a bad game. That's not the unit's fault though. But anytime I've had a good game, this unit has absolutely demolished, and that's what I'm trying to say. And then there's something I forgot to mention was the unit orders. They get defend, which is plus 8% melee defense, minus 8% melee attack. They have heavy strikes, which is plus 10% melee damage at the cost of speed, which who really cares if you're in a melee. They have formation attack, which they're always in, and reform automatically, which I'm not even sure what really does. Will reform when idle. Oh, that just means so they won't be in a weird blob. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, guys, that's the stats for the Principes. So let's get into the more exciting part of the video, and let's get to the battle. So, welcome everybody to Thermopylae. So this is the game that I'm going to show you guys for this video. Of course, I could have gotten a game on Salernum or anywhere, and I could have went in the town or like in a flat area. You know what? For the first game, or not the first game, but for this game I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to go up on the hill because going down here is a death trap. Going down here is a death trap when you're so slow. So I thought, yeah, I'll go up here. I'll fight in this area. Well, I wanted to go up here, but my teammate goes up there. So I thought, I'll fight across here. And again, I wish that Arena had a fast forward system so I could actually, you know, skip to this because nothing really happens until we get up there. That's just me using heavy infantry charge to get up this hill a bit faster. It doesn't really work that well, so I wouldn't recommend really doing it. But so we'll just talk about what my team's doing. So we can see that these equites are going around the little watery pass at the hot gates. I actually wasn't paying much attention to this side of the map. So, yeah, that's a thing. I didn't even know that they did this. All I know is that people did pop up, so I just assumed that the people here saw them. But it turns out that they didn't. It was these guys. I didn't even know they were there. But there's people, like, right here. And I'm pretty sure they put down stakes or something. Yep. Stakes right there. Oh, wow. Good thing he was paying attention. That's actually a really good place for stakes. Wow. It fits perfectly. That's pretty cool. And then they put them across here as well. So yeah, I didn't even really pay attention to that side of the map. Now you can see we have players pushing up the middle and going into the little forest here and all that good stuff. A lot of quality commentary on this stuff. I believe we're almost to the top of the hill now. In a few more moments is when we'll start seeing our enemies.
We have drawn first blood. Press the advantage.
Yeah. What button is it that shows the enemy? There we go. That shows everything. Well, that's still fine. We can see that this player is also putting up Principes, and this is what I was talking about in the stats. Principes... Not even Principes can stop Principes. Honestly, and you'll see. Then this guy has some peltists and thorax oblates, and that's another thing. I fight all this. One unit goes up here to fight him, but all the rest is what I fight, and you'll see what I was talking about when I say that Principes kick ass. So they'll pop up in a second. I just want to take a look at what else is going on. We got some Principes down here fighting legionaries. Ooh. That's dangerous. Tier 6. Basically, I think it's honestly, I think it's going to be the same as yeah, look, they get the same abilities. Actually, they don't get heavy strikes and defend. Is that something you get from upgrades, I wonder? Interesting. But either way, these units are all the Roman infantry is basically the same. Oh, here we go. This is where I've started fighting him. Sorry I missed that. But as you can see, I do a heavy infantry charge on them. And then I start moving these guys around. I start taking fire from the peltists in the woods because I didn't even know they were there. But I say, screw that. I'm just going to heavy infantry charge. So I take out a bunch of these guys, and we hit them. And I was going to chase these guys, but then I noticed that the thorax oblates showed up. So I was like, oh, crap. Well, you know what? I'm just going to go and break these guys. And that's what I do. But then I'm like, nope. I turn around. and I heavy infantry charge these guys. And yeah, as you can see now, I'm fighting 3 units with 3 of my units. These Principes are actually absolutely getting destroyed by mine because of my little flank move that I got. That's all it takes, guys. That's all it takes is a little unit fighting the edge of here. It just broke them. These guys routed, sadly, which kind of sucks. And yeah, so I charge these guys in, and they stop this unit, and then these guys eventually come back. There we go. I managed to get heavy strikes going there. I have popped Vengeance on all of these guys, so we're definitely getting a bunch of kills from that. And as you can see, I'm taking on these Thorax Hoplites like they're nothing. They haven't done anything. Like, this unit got just got chased down, and they still came back, and now they're turned around and they're killing these guys. It's crazy. My teammate's now here fighting these 2 units. The Peltist like, well, screw this, I'm getting out of here. But like, you can see these 3 units are absolutely devastating these Thorax Hoplites. It's ridiculous. At this moment, I decided to pot defend. That should be any second. There we go. Because this unit was basically dying, and I just wanted them to stay in the fight a little bit longer. And it actually keeps them from completely being wiped out, so there you go. We've broken this unit over here, and then these guys break as well. And that's 4 units of infantry that I took out by myself. Oh, all my units. No, I don't want to. Whoops, that was interesting. Oh, crap. So now I'm not going to be able to tell what I'm doing. Oh, well. But 4 units taken out by myself. 3,200 experience. Not bad. That's pretty much like the average I got in all the other videos. So, I'm not done yet. We start going down the hill. And you can see there's 2 units of Legionnaires here. Or Legionaries. Whatever. How is it that it goes? Is it Legionaries are Latin and Legionnaires are French? I don't know. Whatever. That classic discussion. So I decided that I was gonna try to flank around these guys, but the Peltist started targeting me. So this is where I started using attacking Testudo, as you can see. And as you can see, it's not killing anybody, and it's just giving me points. So then I noticed they back off, so I'm like, oh, screw it. Heavy infantry charge. Woo! And yeah, that just absolutely scares the crap out of the enemy Legionnaires. Legionaries. Oh god, it's starting. I didn't get a good charge with these other Principes, so I decided to cycle charge them. I pulled them out and then pushed it back in. And as you can see, it's having good effect on their morale, on the enemy's morale. They're very close to breaking. There we go. Both of those units break. I chase them. We get a bunch of kills. It's great. Great times. So, kudos to you, Jupiter's Cock. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for helping me in this battle. Also, you have a great name. So yeah, we end up wiping both of these guys out. We've broken 4,000 points. And yeah, we just have free reign over down to their base. Now, I don't really have anything else to show you. We do win this game, but once I get down here, I just get bogged down by infantry and get shot to pieces, and all my men eventually do die. So, I think the final score was like 4,500 and something points. I don't do much killing down here. My general's dead at this point, so I can't do vengeance again. And, you know how that stuff goes. So, we're going to go to the results screen for this game, and then we'll dismiss it. So, this is the results for that battle. As you can see, we got 10,000 silver, 354 commander XP, and a whopping, what is that, 879. There we go, it's right down there. Probably should have seen that. 879 unit XP. I do run a premium account, but that wasn't even my first victory. Oh, yes, it was. Daily Commander victory. Never mind. But still, I mean, it's ridiculous. Almost 1,000 XP from that game. Get a premium account. I'm telling you, you need it. But yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this focus video on the Total War Arena Roman. What am I saying the game name for? I don't know. The Tier 5 Roman Heavy Infantry, the Principes. This has been Overkill as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.